AskReddit by Vanessa. What's a movie or TV show that had a significant impact on your life? The Lord of the Rings trilogy had a profound impact on me. Its epic storytelling, themes of friendship, courage, and sacrifice, and the immersive world of Middle-earth sparked my imagination and instilled in me a love for fantasy literature and storytelling. Yes. The soundtrack as well, too immersive. The Simpsons, still quote that shit to this day. Yeah, started watching it every night at 7 and 7:30 from when I was 7 years old. Definitely shaped my sense of humor. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, seriously. It modeled empathy and curiosity about the world at an early age. Mr. Rogers was always meeting up with someone different than himself and checking out a new factory or whatnot. His open mind was inspiring. My daughter loved Mr. Rogers so much, I couldn't bring myself to tell her he had passed. The Office got me through a good part of my depression. Community in The Good Place. Good choices. Dead Poets Society. The Good Place. I used to do good things only for the good karma and to find my way to heaven. But after watching that, I had this thought, what if it's just like the series and then I started doing good things because I care? I also find that people around me, including my parents, do good things for good karma only, even though they don't care about, let's say, helping a homeless person or donating to charities. Their only motive is for a ticket to heaven. I then introduce them to the series, and they change, becoming good, sincere people. I love how they mixing bits of philosophy into a fun and light-hearted show. And the ending is so vividly stuck in my head I think it may be a defining trait in my life. Sense8 gave me a whole different perspective on life. It made me laugh, cry, think and reflect. I recommend watching this series to everyone. Dead Poets Society. Friends. I've been replaying the show countless times. Star Trek, Next Generation. I grew up watching Sir Patrick Stewart lead his crew as a stern but intelligent and thoughtful captain. He'd solicit advice from his trusted crew and often take it. He gave thought to difficult decisions and didn't make them rashly. He thought not only of his crew but the long-reaching effects of his actions across worlds. He was a great role model. He taught me all those things, to be careful in my decision making, to always listen to the valuable advice of trusted friends and companions, and to consider the impact of my actions on others around me. To this day I have such a profound gratitude to Sir Patrick Stewart for sticking to that role and being such a beacon of upstanding integrity during my childhood. The Inner Light was probably the most beautiful story put to the screen. As told by Ginger. Not for entertainment value. I don't think entertainment value alone is a significant impact, per se. But rather, for what I learned on some random run of this cartoon I didn't really watch. There was an unliked, curmudgeonly old woman in one episode, being harassed by some neighborhood children. The protagonist tries talking with this character in that scene, and that old lady said a sentence that floored me. I learned a long time ago not to care what other people think of me. The revelation that I could simply choose not to be bothered by other people's judgment changed my life more than any other line in media. I grew up in the fundy South surrounded by right-winger with the emotional coping skills of a toddler. Watching Star Trek, The Next Generation taught me that there was a way to live where people discussed things rationally and made decisions based on reason. Bo Burnham, Inside, made me rethink about the internet and mental health. The Royal Tenenbaums. I still think of the bathroom scene every time I get depressed, but back then it was because I wanted to do what Richie did, and now it's just in my head as a reminder that not everything is lost and I can find a way out of the darkness. Dead Like Me. I have never seen a TV character that is so like myself, sarcastic, jaded, insecure. The Matrix. End of Evangelion and the whole Eva show before it. Talk about life changing. I saw The Last Rebuild during a dark stretch in my life and it was maybe the most cathartic thing I've ever seen. I'm a big fan of the US version of The Office, and didn't realize until many years in that it was a remake. I finally got around to watching the UK version and enjoyed it so much, it opened me up to a whole different world of British style comedy and equally great shows. Years later, shows like The Id Crowd, Peep Show, Father Ted, Black Books, In-Betweeners, Green Wing etc. are some of my all-time favorite shows. British comedy continues to be great, lots of awesome shows from the last decade too. Check out Fleabag, Friday Night Dinner, This Country, Man Down if you haven't already. The UK version of Shameless is far superior to the American one in my opinion too. Simpsons, it was always right, haha. The Karate Kid. Brother's name came from there. Say hi to Miyagi for me. The Lord of the Rings had a huge impact on my life and my childhood due to trouble at home, and it gave me that time and thoughts of escape from the madness. The Truman Show touched me a lot. Maybe each of us is a Truman, and we all live in an arranged world. Since childhood, his friends and life have been arranged every day. Yes, Minister, and yes, Prime Minister, helped me to form my 100% cynical view of politics and politicians. Highly recommended. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the kids cartoon, not the Netflix garbage, and Legend of Korra. Iroh and Piandao are very aspirational figures as I get older. Piandao is cool AF, but I never quite got over his entire sword training montage taking place during a single day.